Browning, if you're watching this, I'll take a sponsorship whenever you're ready.
And Smart Job.
And Smart Job batteries. All right, number 2 is set up, ready to go. Just gonna throw a little corn out here, a little Big and J, a little cheap. Big and J is a little expensive, so we go with corn. Mix it up. But the Big and J, I tell you what, I was never a true believer, but I put out corn, just corn, and I've had scrub bucks and doe. I put some Big and J stuff out, and the big boys showed up. So got me believing it.
Yep. That's why we keep doing it.
That's why we keep putting it in, but I can't afford to spend $300 on just Big and J's.
So coming into the 2017 season, I had set some goals for myself. One of those being I wanted to take a nice mature buck off the farm that me and my dad had hunted for the last 4 or 5 years. We just put a lot of work into this property, from running trail cameras to moving sets, hunting certain days and not hunting certain areas. And for me, I had passed up a few buck. And we had always really seen some really nice ones on the trail cameras, and I had a couple encounters with some really nice buck that I wish I would have been able to get a shot at. My second goal was I wanted to try and kill a buck early. I do a lot of the editing for 717, so I wanted to be able to free up my schedule and help film with the other guys and just put some really good videos together that we could share with you guys.
Fueled up, ready to hit the stand.
Headed down to one of my Chester spots here. Actually killed my buck for the past 2 years down here. So decided to give the farm a day off this morning. I'll go back out there probably this evening, but got a nice little patch of woods here that we hunt. I've seen some nice buck here before, got a lot of doe, so hoping we can whack one this morning and get her done. We got Kyle behind the camera, so it's a little cooler this morning. Finally had a little cold front come in like Friday, so it's a lot nicer weather than it was the last week, so we'll get her done.
Yep.
Well, it's about 7 a.m. It's first day of the PA State Opener, September 30th. I'm down here at one of my spots that I kind of hunt not too often, but usually don't come down here this early. But we actually saw a buck pulling in, a little basket 8-point pulling in, and when we walked in, we saw a doe and 2 fawns. But we got some nice thick cover behind us. Out in front here, it's pretty thick. There's a little bank they like to bed on. Got a stream down below us. They kind of like to walk along this stream, and they cut through this thick stuff, so we're at a pretty good spot. My dad actually shot a buck here last year, so it feels good out. It's like probably 60 degrees, if that. So good morning. Hopefully we can put one on camera. Well, it's 9 o'clock. We had a pretty interesting morning. So we had seen that basket 8 when it came in. This morning the stand probably around 7:30. We had a couple doe come out. I want to say maybe 6 doe out of the bedding area. And just like that, there was just a buck, a shooter buck. It looked like a nice 8. I have to see the video. Of course, he went across and cut and went up. Stayed out probably 60, 70 yards. Just couldn't quite close the distance for us. And then we had more doe coming out. I want to say we probably saw 12, 14 doe. A bunch of them scattered out around us, below us. A little bit after they left, we heard something behind us, and here a spike buck came, walked right under us. So we probably saw like 18 deer this morning so far, so it's been a pretty unbelievable morning. But we'll probably get down here another half hour or so. We gotta get home. Well, Kyle's gotta please the wife. So we gotta keep the wives happy. And then I'll be out this evening, and it's looking like I'll be coming back here. So see if we can get it done. It was September 30th. It's opening weekend of archery season here in the state, but down here in Chester it's been open for 2 weeks now. And got in here a little bit later than I wanted to. So I got all set up now. It's a little after like 4:30ish. So we got about a good 2.5 hours, about 2.5 hours till dark. And I was down here this morning with my buddy Kyle. He was filming me. And the tree I wanted to get in, we couldn't get in that I usually sit in because it's kind of wide. So we climbed another tree where my dad usually sits. It's about maybe 80, 90 yards from where I'm at now. And we saw a bunch of deer this morning, saw a bunch of doe, and saw one really nice buck. And he came out of the bedding area, and I thought he was going to work down towards us like the does were, but he cut up across the bank and worked up feeding on acorns, and then he was gone. So my wind's kind of blowing out from the bedding area, which if he's in there, it's perfect. But if he's going to be coming back, I might get caught by him. But I'm roughly close to where he came out of the bedding area in this tree, so I'm kind of hoping he comes out before dark and we can get a shot at him. So, but you know, we've seen a couple good buck down here before, and you just never know. I love this little patch of woods, but so we'll see how it goes. Same buck from this morning. Him and his spike are coming out of the bedding area. Just gotta feed on acorns. that same buck from this morning. And I know where they bed, and I wanted to sit in my tree that I usually sit, and he came out right in front of me. I can't believe it. At like 25 yards, I saw him earlier at like 50, and they were slowly working their way like parallel across in front of me. And just gave me a perfect shot, like 20 yards. I mean, he's quartered to me a little bit, but... So it's gonna be dark here in like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then I'm gonna start packing up and get down and look for blood and find my arrow. So I just got down and walked over to where I shot him, and I found like one tiny drop of blood. Can't find my arrow. I kind of walked the way he went, and I found maybe 2 drops on a root of blood, and that was it. And kind of continued following that, and I can't find anything. My dad just got down. He's making his way over here now, but I think what I'm just gonna do is wait till the morning. I have a good idea where he went. He was trying to circle back around me and get to about where he came out in his bedding area. So it's just pretty thick in here with these briars and stuff. So I think I'm just gonna kind of wait till morning where I have a better idea where he went, and I can see. So light would definitely help. So I just would hate to, you know, it's only been maybe an hour and a half, hour after I shot him, and I would just hate to go walking up there and bump him or something. So we're just gonna give him overnight and come back in the morning and look for him. So I'm gonna get out of here, and hopefully he's just bedded over there and he'll die tonight, or hopefully he is dead. So, but yeah, we'll be back in the morning. All right, well, we found him this morning. Pretty nice 8-point. I had seen him Saturday morning. I was sitting about maybe 100 yards from where I was sitting last night, and saw him go through, couldn't get a shot. So I moved to a tree that I usually sit in, and around 6 o'clock he came out of this thick stuff, just kind of feeding on acorns with a little spike, and got into a nice little opening that I could get a shot and get him on camera. And he took off and did kind of a loop and made it up this way. But when I got down, couldn't find my arrow and didn't really have any blood, and it's pretty thick through here, and we didn't want to really search at night, so I thought it'd be best just to leave him overnight and find him in the morning. But he died last night pretty good, so we were able to find him and get it done. So feels great to get my archery bug again. It's been a couple years.